Okay, hi everyone, welcome back, and in this video we are going to check out Litecoin's price chart. And in case that you are a new viewer, I should tell you that the general scenario in LTC is actually bullish, but whether this point right in here about, let's say, $63.50 is our final low or not, okay, that can be up for debate. And my strategy is just basically taking everything step by step and check out the short-term price action and see, are we going according to our bullish possibility or not. Now, the bullish scenario in Litecoin, suggesting that the final low is already in, says that we should be able to find off of the lowest low a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave impulsive structure up. This specific example is a normal 5 wave. Rules for it are we should not have overlapping of the waves between wave 2 and 4, and in any kind of impulse, wave 3 right in here should not be the smallest wave. And for our sub waves, you know the deal, 5 wave up into wave 1, 3 and 5. Let's change the colors to yellow, there we go. And for wave 2 and 4 we can have different counts, it doesn't really matter. Let's say like a WXY into our wave 4, let's take it, okay, something like this, and an ABC structure into wave 2. Okay, now let's go on the live chart and see where are we so far. So I want to do first a very quick count on this move on the upside, starting from this low about $73.50, because I think it's actually very important to understand what is happening in here and what might be next based on the Helios wave counts that we are considering in this area for the next 24 to about 48 hours. First things first, in terms of classic TA, it seems like that we are getting back above the higher band of this important level, which from my point of view is definitely an optimistic sign, and it's actually around, let's say, like $84.50. So this is definitely an optimistic sign. Second, let's go on 15-minute time frame and do an Helios wave count, and I think we can all kind of agree that this is from here like a 1, 2, 3 correction for 4, another move on the upside into wave 5 to about this point. And also I believe we can definitely argue this is 1, this is 2, wave 3 and 4 and 5. Now, why is this specific move down important? Because it's actually in form of an impulse, at least again from my point of view, and not a correction structure. And that makes me say, you know what, maybe in Litecoin a correction started from this point and it's going to be in form of an ABC expanded flat. Also, this seems to be like another beautiful impulsive movement on the upside in LTC, maybe to about this point or maybe a bit higher, it doesn't really matter. And also in here we are having another impulsive movement starting from this point about 74 to around, I would say potentially here or maybe here, not that important, around $76. Now, on a higher degree, I believe this can be a 1, a 2, wave 3, correction for 4, and another move on the upside into wave 5. And this is the key, even on a higher degree, I believe there's a good chance that we are having a 1, 2, probably to about this point, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up into wave 3. And right now, I believe we can easily get a correction structure into wave 4, and followed by that, what are we going to have? Another move on the upside into wave 5. And this is basically what I'm expecting to happen in LTC in the next 48 to maybe even 72 hours. Basically, some sort of a slow and choppy move on the downside in order to have a pullback to the higher band of this important level, and then another relatively, I would say, strong move on the upside in form of, you know the deal, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So for like very short term, we are seeing optimistic signs in here, and I think makes sense to be a bit more bullish than bearish, again, just for the next 2 or 3 days. Now, let's say, okay, we are going to get this thing. What about what is going to happen after this 5 wave on the upside is over? Okay, that is the real $64,000 question, because if we are optimistic and the final low in LTC is already in, then okay, this can be a 1, wave 2, 5 up into wave 3, and well, we're gonna have a correction for 4, and at least one more move on the upside into wave 5. On the other hand, if we are looking bearish and the final low is not in yet, well, okay, this can be just a simple A, B, see in form of a zigzag structure, suggesting after this 5 wave up, we're just going to get, I would say, a relatively strong move on the downside in order to take the lowest low down here about $63.5. But that is not the point of today's video. The point of today's update is that in the short term, I think after like a very small consolidation that could take maybe like 12 to even 24 hours, we're going to get most likely in LTC at least another move on the upside in order to, I would say, possibly reach to about the 93 to about the $100 level. I think that can actually happen, and it is reasonable to expect that. So for like very short term, let's be a bit optimistic, and then we will make new videos and see where we go from there. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Litecoin's price chart. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.